Single mothers, y'all get on my last nerve. I just cannot with y'all. A lot of y'all, most of y'all, 99.9999999% of y'all are so entitled. And I don't understand. I do not understand why most of y'all single mothers are so entitled. It's annoying, and I just cannot. I have to speak up, and I know some of y'all gonna be mad and be in your feelings. But baby, let me tell you, wisdom. I should have put the wisdom book up here. Well, some of y'all need some wisdom, okay? And I'm gonna give y'all some wisdom this morning. It's a happy Tuesday. Good morning. I absolutely love you and adore you. I want to thank you, 25,000 remnant cousins. I need to do a thank you video. Let me write that down. I would appreciate the love and the support. Thank you for all of our new remnant cousins. I'm getting a t-shirt made for our remnant cousins. I really appreciate the love and the support. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for the My Husband Profile course. I am taking registration and doing one-on-ones. Now class begins July 8th. Thank you for those of you who have signed up on my Janice Hilton mentoring, showing me love and support. And of course, thank you for those of you who are picking up my books and leaving reviews on Amazon. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you so much. I will be combining two videos in one this morning. Lessons from my father and single mamas get on my nerves. Now, I did a short yesterday evening. I didn't get a lot of traction on it. I noticed that. But one of the lessons my father taught me was to not get fat. Okay. In addition to not getting fat, he says, do not have any children. If you do not know, like the ma'am is the dust is the rare is the bookies like to come over here and remind me that I had a baby at 16. That is my sweet princess, Alexia. Yes, I did had her when I was 16 years old. And even though I am a single mother, other single mamas, I be getting on my nerves. My dad told me, don't you have any more kids? You can still get you a very good husband that's going to provide for you, love you, protect you, and take care of you. And I am so glad that I did. And so when I wrote this book, 23 Types of Guys, I went and asked my husband, I said, honey, if I had another baby, would you have married me? And before the words could drop out of my mouth, he says, nope, nope, no. I said, why not? It's just one more baby. He said, no, no. No. You was 16, you had a baby, you didn't know no better. You took care of her. You've struggled to come up and take care of her. You've been doing good. You've been on the straight and narrow. And he thought I was a good woman and a good mom. And my dad says, do not have any more kids because you can still get you a good man. And a good man will see uh that you tried with Lexi, you did your best with Lexi, and you take care of her. And a good man, he said, a good man will marry you and take care of you and Alexa. Here is my problem with a lot of single mamas. If you've watched Ready to Love, it's like every season there is a single mama on this show crying and carrying on about the baby daddy not doing, and then you want the other man to come and pick up where your baby daddy didn't live. And this is my problem. A lot of y'all single mothers are entitled. Your baby daddy didn't marry you, is not taking care of you and the kid. But for some reason, you think this other man who didn't get you pregnant, who didn't knock you up, who didn't leave you, that you just met, should pick you up and your kids, your baby kids, and take care of you just because as a man he needs to step up. But why didn't your baby daddy step up? Why is it that this man that you like, you want to, needs to step up and he didn't get you pregnant, he didn't knock you up, but the man who didn't do nothing to you, you want him to step up? So this season, I'm still watching it, but I know a lot of you have emailed me about Joy and Jaya, okay? And so she went on a date with one of the guys. I have the clips because I've been wanting to do this video about her being in her feelings, about him saying, I don't want a single mom. And he said, I have worked very hard to build up myself to be a high value man, and I can get better than a single mother. Well, she was in her feelings and carrying on and dragged him on the reunion and stuff like this. And I'm like, why is it so hard, single mamas, for you to understand that there are just some men who don't want to marry you, who don't want a single mother? Because Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, the Dusty, and the Scrub, he want to put his 25 cent with your 25 cent, and y'all could make a whole dollar. Is that 25 and 75, right? And that's gonna make up a whole dollar. Well, the men that you really want, they coming with a whole dollar, and they might not want to take all their hard-earned money and generational wealth that they're trying to build for their bloodline and their children to invest in your babies that your baby daddy didn't take care of, and left you out here trying to find you somebody to take care of your kids. I don't understand what is so hard about that. And I don't understand why you feel entitled, for a man to come and pick you up and all your kids and invest all of his hard-earned wealth and money in you. Little Michael. I don't understand. And you know what it is? It's that entitlement spirit. Like, you feel entitled. You are entitled. Good morning. I love you. Have day. You go to school, have what? Donuts with daddy for Father's Day. Where's your sweater? Do you have your sweater? Yes. Okay, honey. Have a good day. I love you. Donuts and daddy today for Father's Day. It's that entitlement thing for me. Like, you are entitled and you're trying to convince this man to pick you up and your kids. Why can't you just understand? Excuse me, that's not the man for me. That's not what he wants. And he has every right to not want that. Because guess what, ladies? We don't want bums, spookies, rares, Tyrones, scrubs, and dusties. We don't want no broke man to trying to date us. Well, it's the same thing with them. They have a right to not want to pick you up and your children. And this foolishness, and I posted this in my community tab. I saw this the other day. I had to say something because the girl is stupid. She got 4 kids, 3 baby daddies, 14, 9, 8, and 1. Where is the 1-year-old baby daddy? Now she in the mama group crying, in the group, women's group crying, don't know man want her, and the kids got their daddy, and they don't need a father, they need a husband. Yes, they do. You got 3 baby daddies. And I had to say, ma'am, unless you send these kids to go live with the daddy, unless you sign over full control to the daddy, those kids need a father. Because they need beds to sleep in, they need AC, they need heat, they need food, water, they need TV. So are they not going to be in this house with this man that you want to come pick you up and your 4 kids? Are they not going to eat his food? Are they not going to watch his TV? Are they not going to feel his heat? Are each of your children going to pay their portion of the household expenses? As long as these kids are living with you, eating his food in his house, they need a daddy. So y'all baby mamas that's saying your kids don't need a father, that you need a husband, you're delusional. The only way that is true is if you signed over custody to the baby daddy. But if you're going to be keeping these kids, they need a father. And I'm like, girl, y'all got to stop doing this. And to me, why would you want to force yourself on a man that don't want you? I met quite a couple of men who didn't want me because I had a child. And you know what I said? thank you. Thank you. Because I remember my daddy said, Janice, you're young, you're beautiful, work on these things. You can still get you a good husband that's going to love you and provide for you and take care of you. And I knew that. So when I met guys who didn't want ready-made families, I was like, thank you. And I walked away because I knew one day, I was going to meet a man who will love me and provide for me and Lexi and take care of me and Lexi and protect me and Lexi. Let me tell you, my husband married me, didn't ask me how much I made because it didn't matter. And he told me, listen, I make more than enough to take care of us. He didn't ask me nothing about Lexi's money, nothing. Only thing I gave him was my credit report to show him I was not in debt. And when we got married, I brought Lexi Lou $2.50 to give him. And because my dad told me that. Okay, this is another thing. Y'all baby mamas, your baby daddy ain't paying you but $2, but you want to use the $2 to go shopping. Give that man that money. My father told me this. He said, that money you're getting for Lexi, give it to Big Mike, to Michael at the time. Give it, bring it to him and give it to him and let him decide what to do with it. Because the little money you're getting for Lexi can't pay y'all bills. And your husband is going to be paying all the bills, taking care of you and Lexi. You give him that money. And I brought that money. You know, my husband said, put it in savings. Put that money in savings. So you know what you're doing? You're taking all the friction out of your marriage and out of your relationship. But a lot of y'all women, you ain't getting but 25 cents. But you want to hold that 25 cents of that man and say, no wonder they don't want to marry us. Because a lot of you are foolish and you are entitled. And you need to stop being foolish and stop being entitled and learn to understand that it is okay if he does not want to marry you because you got kids. Another thing, stop leading with your children. I cry and I scream every season of Ready to Love because there's always one dumb on the show leading with your kids. Ma'am, that is stupid. You just met this man. He don't know you. He don't know your kid. But you meet him and you want to put a burden on him. You're leading with your children. You should marry me because of my children. No, children are a responsibility. Children are going to eat a food. Children is going to go need the streaming network. Lexi got all the streaming network. I'm like, Lexi, do you watch them all? She's like, yeah, mommy, I watch them all. They need AC. They need heat. Okay, we came home one day, little Lexi's AC stopped working. My husband had to run to Home Depot to pick up an AC of 10, I forgot how much, was like $500 to make sure her room was cooled down. We don't, that heat have to come on. Lexi always downstairs pushing up the button. I said, Lexi, what you? She said, Mommy, I'm cold. I got to turn the heat up. It's a responsibility, ma'am. And for you to want this man who didn't get you pregnant to just take on this responsibility because he needs to be a man and step up. Where is your baby daddy? Why isn't your baby daddy stepping up to marry you and take care of you and your child? Now, I want every woman who wants to be married to get married. But ladies, we have got to use wisdom. We've got to stop the stupid stuff that we are doing, and we need to stop leading with our children. If you gonna lead, you lead with you. It's the same thing with the woman with the degrees and the jobs, and I don't understand why y'all so confused. I'm gonna do another video about it. Stop leading with that. You need to lead with what is so wonderful and great about you. What is it about you that he needs in his life that he don't have, that he can't get nowhere else? Because he can get kitty Kitty come a dime a dozen. They're throwing it at the men, especially the men that got a little something. They're walking down the street dodging kitty. So it got to be more than your kitty, boo boo. Okay. Girl, you need just some wisdom. Wisdom book is available on Amazon. Girl, pick up the book and read it. Okay, you need some. In Christ is also available. I also love you. I adore you. I'm gonna come back another day and do this other video. But I also love you. Let me know what you think. It's just, it's. Oh my girl, you gotta get your some sense. Anyways, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.